so much more.
Does it also mean that we are living multiple lifetimes at the same time?
Yes, now there's a complicated and yet simple conversation. And it's especially true of people whose names pass down through history, you know. They are conglomerate. In other words, there are other soul friends that piggyback onto their experience as a soul so that they can advance their own evolution. And so that's one way to look at that. And the other way to look at that is that, yes, we can have multiple experiences in one lifetime. There's not another one of you, Suma, wandering around on the planet. But there is very likely, I would say probably of the people I've worked with, which is more than 60 years of incarnational work, by the way, that at least 70 to 80% of them at some point.
So do you think all these lifetimes are happening at the same time?
So that's a kind of a different question, actually. Time as we know it is not the way it works in the universe. So on one level, we could say that we have simultaneous lifetimes. That's one aspect of that, which would mean that here you are, but that there's another part of your soul that's living an incarnation. It would never be in human form. It would not be on Earth, but you might have a galactic part of you that's living another lifetime. So that's a simultaneous lifetime that I would say 70 to 80% of the people that I've worked with for 61 years, have. And the other aspect of that is that we think of past, present, and future. It's our own illusion, really, in that what's happened 2,000 years ago, if you were in body 2,000 years ago, the thought forms that you had, the imprints that you have would carry over to now. So you might even be living this lifetime with people that you've lived with in other lifetimes. So in that way it's simultaneous, and ultimately all lifetimes impinge upon each other. Again, when we talk about multidimensionality, it's like strata. You know, there's layers upon layers upon layers, and this is true. So our time framework isn't really accurate. You know, yes, we can plot that this happened 2,000 years ago or 200 years ago, and it was this way. But energetically and cosmically, there's so many other things unfolding. For example, how could people 5,000 years ago know things that we're just beginning to know now?